Lance, in your opinion, what do you think about Jess's question about consent, and how does that play out when it comes to the times that we live in, and even with regard to this story with the Ohio State players?
Like when I heard when he was explaining the situation, I thought about that. Cause I know it's times where I done fucked up the pussy. Like it was going down, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm getting ready. It's about to, you know, gotta go to the crib. Then I came in and said some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And she like, nigga, what? And I'm sitting there like, damn, why I say that dumb shit? You know what I'm saying? So it happens. You know what I'm saying? You can fuck up the pussy. Like niggas will fuck up the pussy and be mad at the chick, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, I fucked that shit up. I ain't laying. Sometimes niggas don't land the plane. But to be in a situation where you get on tape and be like, yeah, I'm with it, I'm ready. That's like he ain't about to fuck this up. You know what I'm saying?
I got a nuanced question in that.
Go ahead.
For the consent part, was it a recorded video or was it like?
I believe it was either it was a recorded video or it was audio. Okay. Either way, it was recorded on the phone.
But that's dumb, because if she's scared, of course she gonna consent to the video. So like, they shouldn't even have told them to go ahead and do it like that.
I mean, but if the allegations ain't they tied me up and this, that, and the other, and you know what I'm saying? Because like if you was on your own free will, if you on your own free will,
I'm not buying the scared because it's like they came to pick you up to bring you to the spot. So at some point you grown as a woman. So it's but like if they talking to you, you know what's going down. Or if you don't know what's going down, it's up to you to ask them questions. What's about to go down? Like, what am I agreeing to? What am I saying yes to? Am I saying, did I say yes to the one guy, but when I got there, it was like 20 dudes? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And if they're all saying that they recorded you saying yes to once you got there, once you saw the lay of the land, and you was still like, yeah, okay. And you was still doing that. So now, if we're gonna ask questions about, well, what if you could withdraw consent later? Now I got to videotape the whole thing. I got to videotape you the entire way through, and I don't care if you uncomfortable with the videotape. So it's either we videotaping the whole thing, or you got to go right now.
I feel like that would be better than just videotaping just the consent, because peer pressure is a motherfucker. So if she got there and she was thinking like just dumb and naive, oh, these football players, they own me, whatever, I'm in over my head. I get there, I'm thinking I'm going here for a good time, but I'm too scared to back out now, and I don't want to say it or sound like a punk. So it's like, I feel like at that point, like, you'll feel like you cornered into a wall, and then you end up in a situation and you're like, dang, I should have, said something and I didn't.
But that still ain't rape, though.
And it's not rape, but then it's drinking involved too, like you said. So you got to think about that, because that kind of blurs everybody's decisions, actually.
If what blurs everybody's decisions?
When you drinking, So I've seen they say a lot of situations happen when you're drunk, and that don't make it right, but it's like they do dumb shit.
Yeah.
Men and women, So
but that don't make it rape, though.
Yeah, it don't make it rape, but it still don't make it right. But it's like, it's technically not rape. Like,
you got some situations where some women have been drinking, and then the guys take advantage of her because she's there at the party drunk.
That's true.
And her friends left her for whatever reason, and she woke up sore, and don't know what happened. That's
that's rape.
Fucked up.
That's right. When if you messing with somebody that's just clearly gone. That's ridiculous.
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? You shouldn't even want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been plenty of times, you know what I'm saying? We have some drunk nights, this, that, and the other, and, the wife sleep or whatever. I'm not about to hop on top of her.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? That's disgusting.
That's creepy.
And if you like that shit, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them again, Lance.
Right. But it is a thin line, and I don't think Ohio State, like, I don't care what crime you get accused of. If you in college or school like that, they gon' say, look, man, you got to chill until everything clear up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Ohio State did the wrong thing.
They got kicked from the school, didn't they?
I know they got kicked off the team. I didn't read whether or not they got kicked off.
I mean, they probably got suspended.
I have no idea.
But like if you get accused, they couldn't get that stuff back. Like
they probably can. They should be able to.
Well, no, not necessarily because I don't think the Duke lacrosse team, when they got accused from the chick, and then it wound up turning out that she was just saying it for the sake of trying to save face because she didn't want to, come out and look like she was a slut. Technically, you know what I'm saying? The Duke lacrosse team, they whole season, everything. I mean, you can't undo
that time back.
Yeah, you can't undo whatever it is it's not.
That chick is old. I'm good with homegirl going to jail. I'm good with her paying her fines. Those fines don't go to those gentlemen that have lost football scholarships. Those gentlemen that had some potential shot at going to the NFL, that's barred now. So you telling me that the trajectory of a man's financial life, not the more, I'm cool with the moral side. The moral side, his financial life has been severely hindered based off of that. And who's gonna give him restitution at that point?
They gotta sue her. And
but that's
she ain't got shit.
That's really not even gonna happen. That's if they try to sue her, it's not gonna fall in their favor.
You can't sue the person. Who do you end up suing? The institution that ends up taking away all of your stuff. Because
they couldn't have
they stepped in
taken it away from him.
Well, go ahead.
So I worked in higher education administration, and I handled Title IX investigations. And if the investigation turns out false, they can't take that from that student. So
they can't take their scholarships?
Yeah, no. Is that the outcome of this case?
So I know that they were kicked off of the football team.
Okay.
I know that I don't know.
They've probably violated something within the code of conduct other than this allegation. There was probably something that they did that was against the school's rules. It wasn't just this allegation.
For the sake of conversation, and I don't know, I'm sure y'all know more than me, but let me just ask the question. Isn't that up to the university or the football team or the athletic department or whatever like that to determine, because it's all at will, right? Like you're not owed a scholarship, and it could be removed or it could be added according to the will of the university specifically, depending on whether or not they believe that you're aligning with whatever it is that they, stand for as an institution, as a university, or even a football team itself, right? And so, if I'm not mistaken, I don't really think that they have rights to determine whether or not they should or shouldn't be there, or they should or shouldn't have a scholarship, regardless, simply because it's up to the university itself to determine whether or not they want to rock with you, regardless of whether you was accused or not. If they believe that it paints them in a bad light, they have basically all the tools at their disposal to determine whether or not, even me, let's just say, for example, I'm working in corporate America and I'm the face to a larger extent of a department or a company or whatever, so on and so forth. Not a union worker, I'm at will. Literally, you're at will employment, whether or not you're a contractor or you're an employee of the company itself. They have the ability to be able to remove you or keep you, depending on how they feel. They could just not like the way that you represent the company tomorrow, and they could remove you. Adidas, so I'm not really sure that the players themselves have any real recourse against the university itself based off of the accusations that was made against them.